to a Fox 5 exclusive. Atlanta's Interim Inspector General drops the hammer on 6 watershed employees, including 3 managers. After months of investigating, the interim OIG finds that all 6 employees abused their power and falsely imprisoned 5 watershed employees. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has more tonight from City Hall.
This case started when a then supervisor in Watershed Management said her wallet was missing. It has ended with the Interim Inspector General ruling that the actions of 6 watershed employees, including that supervisor, meet the elements of false imprisonment. We first told you 5 City of Atlanta watershed employees claimed their managers held them against their will and searched their pockets and belongings when then supervisor and now watershed manager 2 DeValerie Donahue's wallet turned up missing in 2023. The whistleblower charged it was interim director of administration Yolanda Broom, who has since been promoted to watershed director 1, who made the call when his civil rights were violated in or around April 17th. That his person, workstation, and personal belongings were searched without his consent. The employee went on to claim he was coerced to participate in what he calls a sham investigation by management. The whistleblower claims he was forced to sign illegible documents and provide the Inspector General with a faded employee statement form and a statement of garrity rights, which protects public employees from being forced to incriminate themselves during employer-ordered investigations. The employee claims Broom ordered all of the employees within the unit to go to a conference room for more than 3 hours with a uniformed police officer placed outside the door. According to a letter which was written by several senior OIG employees that was sent to state and federal law enforcement agencies last March, when one of the employees asked if they could use the restroom, the police officer told the employees they were not allowed to leave the room. Lastly, the employees stated they were ordered to empty their pockets, forced to waive their rights to representation, and forced to submit a written statement. Now, Interim Atlanta Inspector General LaDon Blackett has concluded, based on the totality of the evidence, the OIG finds that Watershed Manager 2, DeValerie Donahue, Watershed Director 1, Yolanda Broom, Director of Safety, Security, and Emergency Management Sterling Graham, Senior Investigator Misha Roberson, Senior Investigator Rena Bradley, and Senior Investigator Joe Fortson committed abuse generally and abuse of position. Their conduct also meets the element of false imprisonment under OCGA 16-5-41. The evidence does not support such a finding for Officer Quentin Green. The suggestion of possible criminal conduct is certainly eye-opening. We have reached out to the mayor's office and we are waiting to hear back. In downtown, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.